Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a new episode of Yes, Your Grace. Last time we left off, I remember we sent Stan out to do a thing, so there's that. It doesn't look like I need to pay my army this time. Yeah, there's no negatives. Let's see. Do I want to get stable? 7 additional locations I don't need. 5-time boost to commitment. Prepare the general for the next battle. Or the battle. I think I'm gonna save my money a little bit. Maybe I'll do that next week, just in case there's a bunch of money stuff that comes up this week. Okay, Lord Etten. You lying ass. Oh, Grace, how's our investigation going? I found this animal tooth, but I don't know how it ended up in our castle. Prepared a table for you in the council chamber where we can inspect the items. You should invite and question the lords. Who knows, maybe we'll be able to learn something. Remember that they might not always tell you the truth, Your Grace. While you're inviting them, we should try to form alliances too. Okay. Hey, Etten. How may I be of service, Your Grace? I have this animal tooth. Can you tell me what's an animal tooth doing in your wine cellar? Looks like someone has lost it. I'm trying to find its owner. Oh no, Eric. Probably someone who's interested in animal creatures, shall I say. I know why you need the spices. I've heard what you need these spices for. Your Grace, I can explain. Oracle dust is far from dangerous. As far as I've been told, it has medical use more than anything else. It's just an easy way to make some gold. Doesn't matter if you sell dust or not, it's going to get out to people anyway. If we're the ones selling it, then at least we're the ones profiting. You just pass it on, don't trouble yourself with the people who use it. In fact, I could really use your help in this operation, and in return, I will always be at your service. I have a location near Beltoys that has some problems with the locals. Send an agent its way, and maybe you could give us a hand. Also, if anything out of the ordinary happens, then make sure I'm the first to know. Need to keep an eye on other sellers. If anyone comes selling, make sure to buy a pack or two. I will be able to double your earnings. If you do right by me, I will ensure to do right by you, but I'll give you my Ming golden supplies. I'm not going to help you. I won't help. Never say never. Well, you didn't say never. Regardless, you might still change your mind. Look, I will throw in something extra for your efforts. Alongside 230 men, I will throw in my hounds. They're deadly and precise. The Radovians won't know what hit them. Oh, and I think I just remembered something about the night Talus died. I'd had a fair bit to drink at this stage, so everything was kind of blurry, but I did see someone in the gardens that night when I was watering the flowers. If you haven't already, you might want to poke around in there. So you're welcome. That would be all. You may take your leave. Your Grace. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna work with you, Etten. Etten's offer is very generous, Your Grace. We could certainly use his hounds and army in the battle. It's promising his trading dust sounds that would cause problems later. If we decide to help Etten, we can be sure that Lures will cancel his offer. We shouldn't allow dust sales in Davern. God knows what havoc this substance will cause in the future. Better not risk it. I don't want people coming to me crying that they've lost family members to this poison. Of course, Your Grace. In that case, we should aid Lures in stopping this nasty business. Send the General to Kaski as soon as possible to shut down that trading site he was talking about. And if we ever come across anyone wanting to sell dust, we should imprison them for a while just to discourage further sales. Lures would be happy to hear this, so after we have done what he asked for, we should invite him over. Okay. Sounds good. Sinani? Is this a new pet you're hiding there, silly pickle? Your Grace, may I introduce you to the Stabber? Oh no. The Hedgehog! How did you come up with this? Well, Father, do you know the tale of Hansen? No. Hansen was a hedgehog who rode on a black rooster, Your Grace. He was likely an unwanted, but one day he helped the king find his way home. As a prize, the hedgehog asked the king to promise to give him whatever greets him first upon his return home. Turned out the king's daughter was the first to greet him. 1 year later, the hedgehog came to claim his reward and married the princess. It was difficult for the princess to love the ugly creature Hansen was, but she learned to accept him, and when she proved her true love, Hansen turned into the most handsome prince with the biggest castle made out of diamonds. Huh. The story sounds familiar. I wish life was as simple as a fairy tale. Yes, Lady Danica always tells me this tale before bed, Father. It's a well-known story. A lot of books have different versions. The most popular was something about an old man with white hair killing monsters. It's very silly, but Danica likes this one a lot. That is a Witcher reference, because yes, the gift of surprise or whatever, that part of The Witcher, that is interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, the gift of surprise That's neat. That's neat that they got a Witcher reference in here. But yeah, because Geralt basically has a similar thing happen where these royals promised this person like their daughter, basically, because it was basically like, oh, like, yeah, you're going to get a surprise and you're going to give me whatever the surprise was, and the surprise was a daughter, something like that. It's been a very long time, but see, I will turn the stabber into a prince. A prince. Oh, it's not for me, father. Once the stabber's a prince, he can help me get Luli back. I'm sure she will like him more than Ivo. And then she and Dusty can come back to the castle. The stabber? Why the stabber? Well, I wanted to name him Hanson, but that name is already taken. The other option was to call him Squisher, but it didn't seem like that would scare off the enemies. Underneath he has a velvet yummy tummy you wish you could just stroke and squish all day. Ah. But on top it's a whole different story. On top, he is the scary, stiff stabber. How'd you come up with this? Yes. Okay. Yeah, yeah, okay. Fine, keep the stabber. Keep the stabber close to you and don't lose him and don't stab yourself. It's not the stabber, it's the stabber. Stabber is on a mission. He's about to stab someone. At least she will be occupied. Not sure if that's a good thing. Okay. Your Grace, my village has been raided by bandits. These scum are fiercer than any others. There have been casualties. They have killed an entire family. We are counting on help from your general. Should keep an eye on these bandits. Make sure Radovians are not creating further posts. They are locals. We should show them there's no place for such behavior. I don't have my general. There's no way I can help. Can help everyone. Ready your pitchforks and keep your eyes open. Maybe they won't show up. We feel safer with the royal army at our side, but I understand. Yeah, my general's gone, working on something else right now. I'm sorry, friends. Okay. Allies, who do I want to invite now? So we don't have any update with, you. Let's invite Lena, because you have the biggest army. Sure. Alright. Which probably means you're going to be the hardest one to convince, but, you know. Alright. There are two things Lord Lures asked to imprison anyone who's selling Oracle Dust, visit Kasky and close the Oracle Dust trading stand. Okay. Sidani. Influenced by your sister, Sidani finds another pet. The king was unsure whether letting her keep the hedgehog was a good idea, but he knew it would break Sidani's heart if he didn't, especially now that Dusty isn't here. And then the attacked village. Yeah, I chose to prioritize other requests. Okay. And my general's still gone, so I can't do anything here. Alright. Let's go to the bedchamber. Hello. Darling? I have a lead on the investigation. And some clues. What have you found? That's all. Oh, whoops. Lord Etten visited me. Until he is trading Oracle Dust and wants my help. Lord Lores doesn't approve of the business, he thinks it's bad. Both the lords have promised to lend us their armies if we help them. But really, I don't know what to think about it. Oh, do you really think selling dust is bad for people? Stuff sells like crazily, it's not widely used, it does have side effects. When people start using it with no regulation, we could have problems. We don't have enough resources or doctors to deal with things going wrong. Then again, it might also be that nothing bad happens. What do you think? I mean, I hear God's servants use it, so I'm sure it's fine. To war with Redovia, if things start going wrong, we can always stop supporting Etten. Thank you, sweetheart. I guess it's worth thinking about it. It's fine, dear. Let me know if you need to discuss anything else. I'll see you later. I still kind of want to work with lures instead. The hounds would be nice, but if the drug does have negative effects like Lures is saying, of course Lures could be lying to me, but I don't know. A little suspicious. Alright. Stan is back. I gotta pay for Stan. My army grows. There's my army upkeep. So, supplies are going down. We could use the carnival to boost contentment, but we'll wait on that. I think I want to prepare the general for the next battle. Yeah. That sounds good. Grevno, week 13. Alright, General, what you got? Ooh, a pigeon. My husband, King Ivo, is very good to me. He has done everything to make me feel at home. I spend most of my days reading books and learning about Etana. King Ivo wishes me to grow familiar with their traditions. We start each day with a prayer, followed by a rich, lavish breakfast. Later, I learn more about the history of Etana and its geography. Last week I met Paloma, the king's mother. She's poorly, but King Ivo says he will continue his father's quest to find a cure for her illness. Yours, Lurcilia. Evo certainly wants his wife to understand their ways. I'm not sure I like it. Should ask Lucilia about something else. Ask her about Evo, about Dusty. Ask her about Dusty. Ask her about the cat. Tell her Sidani keeps pestering me. Well, Your Grace, I will write her a letter. We should anticipate a reply. Okay? I've already read the letter. That's it. Okay. We have helped the villagers rebuild their homes in the barn, Your Grace. Yay! Entry completed. Cool, cool. Village on fire. Yep. General helped the village. Okay. Salia, peasant. Let's see what everybody wants before I send my general out. Pleasure to meet you, Your Grace. And my biggest condolences about Talus, although I didn't like him at all. Anyway, Lurs has explained your situation. I believe I can help for something in return. You see, you have something I want to give to my son. Someone, actually. I would like your daughter Asalia to marry him. I believe this would greatly strengthen our relationship for years to come, and as a start, I would lend you my army. 300 fully equipped and trained soldiers all ready to stand against Rodovia. Along with the men, 4 gold and 5 supplies. What do you say? Let me think about it. I'll need some time to think this through. Of course, darling. Take as much time as you like. Just remember that Rodovia won't be waiting for you to get ready. I would have to marry Asalia. Lady Lena offered her full support, but yep, Asalia's hand. Not be easy, and the king chose to give it a serious thought, yeah. Hey you! You've really gone overboard this time. I know it was you. Now everything is clear. I stayed in the woods waiting for 3 weeks, but now I know. Calm down. You don't know what you're talking about. Sir, this is all just happening in your head. No one is trying to harm you. You need to calm down. My head? My door was open and my cat was gone. She wouldn't have left by herself. She's a cat, of course she would. No, that's a lie. Wait, why am I here? I better go now. I can leave, right? What do I do? What do I do? Okay, Pietro. The Lord was starting to really bother the king with his behavior, but there was nothing he could do about it. Yep. What are you doing here with this brush? Mother made me sweep all the corridors. Why, what did you do this time? Nothing. Tell me what you did. Nothing, I swear. Mother will tell me what you did if you won't. I'd better start sweeping before she finds me. Uh-oh. Ugh, I will never finish here. Okay. My name is Olivia, Your Grace. I come from the forest. I'm the leader of the cult of the trees in the western woods. I know I am probably not welcome here, but you are my last hope, Your Grace. I have asked all the neighboring villages for help, but they despise my god. In the middle of the forest, we have a sacred oak, and because of all the recent rains, the area around it is flooded. A stream of water keeps running over all its roots. We have tried stopping the water, but we don't have the appropriate tools. Our people need this tree to pray to, Your Grace. Without it, they are depressed and scared. I can't bear to see them so helpless. Please help us. A worshipping oak? Are you praying to a tree? Yes, Your Grace. It's the tree of the god of thunder. Symbol of love and life, filled with healing powers. Nothing bad can happen to this tree, Your Grace. Please, I beg you. I can't send my general again. I have the gold. Take this gold and pay someone to help you. I don't know how my people are going to react to this, though. Should find someone in the market that you can hire. Oh, Your Grace, thank you so much. Have to say, I wasn't expecting you to help us. I will make sure our people know about your good heart. Hope your tree is going to be alright. Okay. The king decided to aid the people with gold to hire workers from the village to help clear the water. Your Grace, a traveling merchant here. I'm selling rather exclusive wares. You're interested? Silk, perfumes, books, and decorations, whatever your royal soul might desire. He tells me you might be interested in more delicate merchandise, though. I have a knack for these things, am I right? Tell me more. I'm listening. Oh, Halfen Dustik. You see, I have something very precious here, satisfaction for the most disillusioned pleasure seekers. Some say it's a perfect cure for when you don't feel particularly inspired. Others may use it purely for recreation. It's very good generally if you're going through a bad spell, Your Grace. I have 1 pack of dust for just 7 pieces of gold. If you're tempted to grab another sack, I might throw it in for only 5. Be 2 whole packs for only 12. Now, if that's not a deal worthy of your royal bottom, then I don't know what is. Your place is in my dungeons. I won't allow Oracle Dust in Deverne. Your Grace, but there's nothing wrong with selling a few packs of sugar dust. What other pleasures were you thinking about? Oracle Dust? I've never heard of it. How dare you lie to your king? My guards will take care of you at the exit. There we go. I got one. That's one of the things lures wanted. Okay. Oracle Dust Merchant visited the throne room. King Eric imprisoned the man. So now I just need to visit Koski, which I can do right now. Send. Yep. Yep. General sent. Alright. And my archives are good. Who do I want to invite this time? I'm gonna wait to invite lures. So let's invite Noxie. Alright. Salia. Your Grace. Aurelia convinced me to have some plants here. This place seemed more friendly. Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought that was part of the conversation. Hello. Darling. What did Asalia do? You made her sweep all the corridors in the castle? It must have been serious. Oh, Eric, she's behaving worse and worse as she grows up. She convinced one of the servants to practice sword fighting with her. Oh gods. Didn't end well. The servant ended up with a huge cut on his cheek. You shouldn't have let her play with swords, Eric. No, I shouldn't have, but I feel like that if I said no, she'd still do it in secret. No, Eric, we need to pay more attention to her, especially now Luli is not here. What do you think about finding Asalia a prince? Lady Lena came to me with a proposition. Asalia, she's still young. I thought we wouldn't have to think about it until after the battle. No, I wasn't really sure what to tell her. She was offering her support in the battle if we agree. Need as much help as we can get, but I don't want to let Asalia go yet. Leave the decision to you. I don't want to give another daughter away. First marriage went terribly, I don't want to repeat that. She's going to have to get married at some point. I know this isn't entirely fair, but I don't want her to get married to a stranger. We'll find her someone more appropriate after the battle, I'm sure. It's a relief. It's hard to imagine losing 2 of my daughters in 1 year. Not losing them, they're just getting married. I know. I'll invite Lady Lena and let her know what my decision is. Okay, well I've invited someone else right now, but yeah, I don't really want to marry her off too. Your Grace, I can bear this place, you let me out. I didn't know Your Grace disapproves of the dust. I thought it was like any other consumable product. People get sick because of this stuff. Everyone who sells dust into Varen will be imprisoned. You'll stay here till Lord Lures arrives. Okay. Now we're out of here? Alright. Neat. Done. Okay, so General's prepared. Luckily, I'm getting a pretty good amount of money coming in. We're really good on supplies. So, yeah, we're just gonna be continuing this week. Grevno, week 14. The craft will flourish, no man can stop. In the middle of the night we shall meet, for the dust spreads fastest in the sandstorm. You make any sense out of it, Audrey? I've read just as much as you, Your Grace. Something tells me it's to do with Oracle Dust. We should pass this on to either Lures or Etten. It's your call. Okay. Your Grace? Situation got pretty hot. It wasn't possible to avoid bloodshed. Nonetheless, we have secured Lord Etten's dust wares. Maybe we should check in with Lures, Your Grace. We have done some tasks for him, so we might be ready for alliance now. Yeah. Okay. Dragon Slayer? Your Grace, it is I, Noxie, the Dragon Slayer, bowing low before you. Also known as Grolfos the Great, Juanos the Wise, Pieter the Powerful. The royal wedding was fantastic. Well, until you know. Food was first class. But amongst all the pleasures, I didn't have a chance to introduce myself. You're the famous Dragon Slayer. Oh yes, I'm quite accustomed to my fame preceding my arrivals. It's my pleasure to meet you. Would you like to hear about my fierce battle with the foul worm, Your Grace? With pleasure. Beast was fast. Its sharp claws could tear human skin with absurd ease. I stole into its home forest with great care and planned a path to its defeat. Dragon's nest was at the very top of a mighty oak tree overlooking a rushing river. Clever as I am, I noticed that the nest was full of hatchlings, mucky little dragon puppies. I chopped down the tree while the big one wasn't there. The great oak creaked, groaned, and fell straight into the furious river underneath, taking the dragon's young with it. The squeak of the little dragons carried far until the big beast herself appeared. Desperately trying to save her babies from the brutal current, she kept crashing into one boulder after the other. Last, she dragged her battered body onto the shore, but the weakened creature was no match for my mighty arm, and the beast was no more. After all, wits and brains come before strength and fists. Remember that, kids, I mean Your Grace. Impressive, isn't it? After that, and other adventures, of course, I traveled to Devern seeking further challenges, so I've come straight to the king. Now tell me, your grace, what evil creatures await me here, staining your beautiful land? There's a monster. We have no creatures that need slaying. There's a monster. Peasants mention the occasional basilisk or some other monster. All of these nightmares are nothing to our real problem, Rodovia. Rodovia? Well, I never heard of such a creature, so what is it? What does it do? Emit gas? Crush men's bones under its heavy hooves? Breathe fire? It's an army. Army from behind the tall mountains. They aim to claim Devern as their own. An army? See, well that is one hell of a challenge. I can help, though. They call me Grolfos the Great for a reason. Over the years of my adventurous career, I have met a lot of people. Even more owe me their lives. I'll give you all I can, soldier supplies. I will stand at your side in the battle. I reckon I can gather 180 men. 5 supplies will also come in handy, I'm sure. In return, I ask for... Oh, absolutely nothing at all. I'm a noble upstanding knight. I live to serve, help, and, well, be famous. Noxie, hating the king of Devern in a real battle. People write fine songs about this. Wow. Okay, free? Found this large tooth. Would you know anything about it? That is an impressive tooth. It must have been one hell of a beast. You know where such a tooth would come from? Oh, I wish I could tell you a heroic story about defeating such an imposing beast, your grace. Sadly, I can't, because this tooth is not one for my collection. I don't think so, anyway. Wish it was, though. Can I buy it off you? Absolutely not. I need this tooth to prove my innocence to King Evo. Maybe after the royal trial. That's all. That'll be all for now. As you please. Okay, that's interesting. It's like Sir Ick from, or Sir Ike from, The Witcher, like a knight-errant. Loxi the Dragonslayer visited our halls. He was honored to help us during the upcoming battle. After talking to Orlea, decided it's best to decline the offer. I wasn't happy to find out about Linda's marriage proposition, but together with the king, they decided it would be best to decline. Okay. Okay, my pigeon is ready. So, Noxie we got for free. That is neat. Lures. Get you over here. Oh, Grace. One of the nearby lords has committed suicide. I believe it was Pietro. He jumped down from a bridge into the river. Some children found him floating down past a village. They got quite scared. He left this note. I'm deeply sorry. His family know they can count on us if they need anything. You didn't have anyone, your grace. Thank you for the information. Note from Pietro. It's a note from Pietro. It reads, I don't know who it was that kept following me and I cannot take living in fear anymore. Hope you are happy now that I'm gone, whoever you are. It's terrible. I wish we could have helped him. I could have, like, imprisoned him, but that seemed mean. Can't make much sense of it. Yeah, okay. I hear that your treasure isn't in the best shape. No, that's it. I'm good. Plankton Florentini, yep. Bye-bye. Your Grace, I come to you with a special request. To turn Stabber into a prince, I need to lift his curse. I've researched more into it. You're the youngest one of us who can read, Sidani. Well, I made Danica read it for me. I already love him as hard as I can. I squish and tickle his tummy all the time. But now I need to make him rich. Your Grace, may I please request 1 piece of gold? I'll pay it back, I promise. Piece of gold to make the hedgehog rich, I have told Sidani no a lot recently, so sure. Yeah, 1 piece of gold, don't lose it. Thank you, Father, your efforts will not be forgotten. I also need to find a black rooster with a saddle. You know where I could find one? Oh, my silly pickle, I honestly don't know. That's fine, my king, I shall find one myself. I've told Sidani no a lot recently, so I'm kinda like, nah, we shouldn't do that. Alright. I will explore this location. Good. And Sidani. Yep. To turn the hedgehog into a prince, the king agreed to give her gold. Yep. Alright. And we did lose 2 happiness from Pietro dying. Okay. Okay. And I've called someone in. So we're good there. And there's nothing to do around here. Okay, so we're pretty much done now. But we have more allies and stuff, which is quite nice. That's good. Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff coming in. Yeah, because Noxie now, oh man, we get big stuff course, it's going towards paying for the army, to be fair, but still. That's quite nice. It was nice that you just came over there and just gave me that stuff for free. I'm wondering if that's going to stay that way or what, but we'll see. So, alright, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.